Hello everyone and welcome to my Lego table. So today we are actually going to be doing, well, it's a Lego, but also not a Lego, I guess, although it's pretty much a Lego. But this is from the Bricklink designer series, and this is from the series 1. This is set number 910029, the Mountain Fortress. This came out in 2024, okay? So if you don't know what the designer program is, it's basically where, okay, so Bricklink used to be a company where you could get parts and pieces, and you still can. You can get Lego parts and pieces and all of that. You could also sell sets that you created, all of that stuff. They also have the Bricklink designer program, which is where basically people vote on their favorite design, and then the top 5 designs that are voted for get to be produced and sold. And then they only make usually a limited quantity of those. It was 30,000. I think actually with the last series that came out, which was series 5, I think it was more than that now. But yeah, so they only made about 30,000 of these. You could pre-order them, and then like a couple months later you would get them and you'd be able to have them. There's usually 5 sets in each series. So we're starting with series 1, hopefully getting up to series 5 and going on beyond that. This is my favorite out of the whole series. This is only the second one we're building, but I love castles. If you've seen some of my other videos, like even going to see homes and stuff, I love castles, and especially turrets on a castle. It's my favorite thing. I want to build a turret on the back of my house. If I could afford it, I would do it tomorrow. Seriously. Okay. So anyways, this is the first series that came out in 2024. We're already up to series 5 in 2025. They just did orders for that in June. So it's about every 3 to 4 months they release the next series. Okay. All right, so this one is 3,995 pieces. It's a pretty big set. When it came out, when you could pre-order it on Bricklink, it was $379.99. Now, if you bought it new in a sealed condition, it'd run you about $550. And it would probably be about $380 to $500 in used condition, depending on how good of shape it's in and all of that, and basically on the seller itself. Okay. I very rarely see a set that, especially that's this new, because this just came out in 2024. I hardly ever see a set that the value used is still more than what the value brand new is. Now, maybe like the really older sets, you know, like some of the huge Star Wars sets or the big Disney sets or something like that might be worth more than what they sold for used, but this is only a little over a year old. So kind of cool. Okay. So this does come with 9 minifigures. We will be going through those minifigures as we build them. Okay. Now the difference between Bricklink, oh, I dropped it here. One of the differences between Bricklink's Lego sets and an actual Lego set, which would be, you know, have like the Lego theme on the box, is that Lego sets come with an actual printed instruction booklet. The Bricklink ones do not. You get this card, which has a scanner on the back, and you can scan it and get your instructions for it. Now it's also on the Lego Builder app. You can find the instructions on there and you can do them on there, but that's how you put it together, is through digital instructions. You can also print the instructions if you want to. I think there's an option for that, but whew, that would be a lot of printer ink, you guys. Okay, so this one has, what is it, 23 bags, I think, but each bag, so like this is number 1. We have 1, 2, and 3 number 1 bags. So technically it's a lot more than that. It's a lot more than 23 because there are 2 and 3 and sometimes 4 bags of each number. Okay, so we're going to get started with bag number 1. We're going to get that all together. I'll come back and show you what we've built, and then we'll go on from there. So I'll be back in just a minute with bags number 1 built. Okay, so bag number 1 is done, and we have basically built the base. We have a nice little river going through here. And then it's just the base for the castle itself. Here is the underneath. It looks quite complicated when you look at all this stuff crisscrossing underneath, but not too bad. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to bag number 2. And once I get that done, I'll come back and show you what we've got. Okay, so bag number 2 is done, or bags number 2 is done. And so we have this slope now going up. I really don't like this gap here, but it just seems to kind of stay there, but that's okay. Anyways, so we've got the slope. We've got kind of like little doorways down here, a few greenery. It's a little bridge going over top of the water. And then this here, and it looks like some snow on there, which is pretty cool. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move on to bag number 3. And once that is done, I'll come back and show you guys what we have. So I'll be back in a minute. All right. So bag number 3, or the bags of number 3, are done here. And we basically built this whole like kind of internal structure here. So you have all these fish and turkey legs up here. You have a bin of vegetables. You have a chest, but there's nothing in it. I don't know if I can open it one-handed right now. There's nothing in it. You got these bags, which are probably supposed to be like food up there. And then some kegs of probably, I would think, ale or some kind of beer or whatever. Anyways. Okay, so you got a little like splat of water here. We have more of the snow and stuff on the edges. And got this little bird here, which is really cute. And so that is it for bag number 3. So we're going to go ahead and move on to bag number 4, and I'll be back as soon as that is done. Okay, guys, so bag number 4, or the bags of step number 4, are finished. Basically, we built up mostly this area right in here, which is basically like a jail cell. And you have this minifigure guy here. This is actually the Lion Knight King. And he has got handcuffs on, and then also a ball and chain, which is quite funny. He's got a little pail in there as well. You got the cell door, which does open and close. Okay, and then also you have the key hanging right here on the wall to get into that cell door. There's a little window there. Technically, could probably maybe reach your hand out of there and get the key if you need to do. But anyways, so this is mainly what we've been building, was that part onto here. And here is this part over here, which is the back of it. And there's a little bit of a plants in there. Okay. All right. So we are going to go ahead and continue on with the bags of step number 5. And excuse the drilling noise. And I'll be back as soon as that is finished. Okay, guys, so bag number 5 is done, or step number 5, whichever way you want to do it. So for that, we kind of built this little mini castle inside of the castle. So that's pretty cool. Then we did this little scrolls holder. This is supposed to be a mountain castle child, and then basically like a little toy. Then we built on the tree here with a little bit more snow around it, and also this piece of like rock here. And then this one too, but this one also covers up the doorway where the king is imprisoned there. And there you go. Okay. All right. So that is what we have done for the mountain fortress so far. So we're going to move on to bags number 6. And once I get that done, I will come back and show you guys what we've created. And we'll go on from there. Okay, you guys, so for the number 6 bags, we have, well, this was what we did build, and so we've added this whole section onto here. We also have one of the Black Falcon archers on here. He's holding a little carrot there. We've got the rat here. We got some hay. We got the broom and the pitchfork over there against the wall. Let's see, then you can bring it around this way. You've got the torches at the door here. You got some more snow. And so far, that's pretty much it. You've got like a little gateway here. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the number 7 bags, and I'll be back as soon as that's done. Okay, guys, so bag number 7, or the bags of number 7, are finished. Mainly what we did was this here. So we built this door onto here, or wall or whatever, put the limb on. Built this rock and put that on, and then put in more snow here around the edges. Okay. And then also put the roof on, or the top onto this here. Okay. All right, so we are gonna go ahead and move on to bag number 8. And then once we get that done, I'll come back and show you what else we've built onto here. Okay guys, so the 8th bags are done here. And basically we did some building up of this and then built the roof, or not the roof, but this flat part here, and then put it on. Then put on these. This is a little oven. She's just listed as a Mountain Fortress woman. She does have a 2-sided face, one where she's smiling real big like this, and then one with her mouth kind of closed. And then we put this little part of the wall up, and also this right here. Whoops, which I just noticed. I must have bumped that. Whoops. Okay, so that is what we've got done so far. So we are going to move on to bags number 9 and get those going here. Once I get those done, I will come back and show you guys what we've made. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so bag number 9, or the bags of step number 9, are done. So basically what we did was we put the top onto here. We kind of trimmed this out a little more. When you turn it this way, we also did this up here, okay? So now you have the little kind of fireplace in there, which is really cool. Look at the actual like the squares here, make the nice trim, the brickwork around the fireplace. Then we put this roof on with a little bit of snow dripping off. But yeah, so far so good. So when it's closed up right now, it looks like this, okay? Which is pretty cool looking. And then when you open it up, you've got all this stuff on the inside, okay? All right, I was trying to think, did we have, we put in this little desk as well with the teapot, the cup, and the baguette, or whatever you want to call that. Then the little basket here as well. And I think that's it. Okay, so we're gonna move on to bag number 10, or step number 10, and I'll be back as soon as that's done. Okay guys, so for bag 10, or steps 10, or bags of step 10, whichever way you want to say it, we built basically this whole top section onto here. So you have the little bunk beds here, you've got this little like walkway and the stairs here. So now when you turn it around, you also have more snow on here, and then a little bird up here. And yeah, so that is it so far. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on with bags of step number 11. And once I get that done, I will come back and show it to you. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, you guys, so bags number 11 are done, and basically we built this upper part onto here. So we've enclosed all of this, and then also this over here as well, and I'll show you the front here in just a minute. So put the door on. So there's a door on here now that does open as well, okay? All right, so now when you close this up on the outside, you have this upper section, this little like balcony area here, which is where the door is, and there's a little window. We put all of this in and added all of this on for decor. Now, there is a really cool thing that I like about this that's different from a lot of the other things. And they have done it on 1 or 2 of the official Lego sets too, but most of the time when they do like the crossed axes and stuff, they're at the same level, so it's kind of hard to get them to stay on. But this one actually, this one is a little bit indented, and this one sticks out a little more, so that when you cross them, they actually cross over each other because one is sticking out more than the other, okay? So that's really cool. Okay, and I think I forgot to put a piece in right there, so I'll fix that here in a minute. But yeah, so we've got the helmet, the little coat of arms, some swords, all of that stuff. So it's looking pretty good. And the little birdie right there as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start the bags for step 12, and I'll be back as soon as that's done. Okay, guys, so the bags for step 12 are finished. And so mainly we worked on the top of this section here. So this is the littler section that opens up here and has the archer guy and stuff down here in the bottom. So what we did was mainly build this all up. So this here, we put all of this here on. We also put the drawbridge on, which is connected to this up here. So now when you spin this around, then the drawbridge comes up, okay? or not drawbridge, the gate, I guess you would call it. And then when you let it down, then the drawbridge comes down, or the gate comes down. I don't know why I keep saying drawbridge. Anyways, so that is that. Also, we just put in, you know, we got a nice little icicle here, the trimming to make it look more like a castle top, all of that stuff. And so far, so good. It's looking pretty good. We put this little table in as well. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna move on to step 13, or the bags from step 13, and I'll get that built, and then I'll come back and show you what we've got. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, so the bags for step 13 are all done. As you can see, we've pretty much finished most of this off here. Also, we have made the Black Falcon Archer. Okay, she does have a two-sided face, so you can choose which side you want. Right now, I'm doing one where she's winking. Then we finished up all this up here and kind of put the starting of the roof or the ceiling or whatever for this part. We did all this here as well. Then we did this in here and put this in here, put this roof on, and then also put this little like locking thing on the spindle for the gate. Okay. All right. So that is it for step 13. We're going to move on to 14. And I'll be back as soon as that's done. Okay, guys, so bags 14 are done, or step 14, the bags for step 14. And we have added on this up here, which looks really cool, actually. I really love it, with the snow on the corners and all of that. You flip it around, you put the railing on here. We put all of this up too to make like the jagged stone edge for the top of the castle. Put the little bed and a little dresser in here. Then there's a little candle, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to step number 15. We have a couple bags of Legos for that. So I'm going to get started on that, and I'll come back and show you guys what we've created once it's done. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so step number 15 is done. Basically, we just added on trim work and things like that. So we put the little roof up here. Then we added all of this around in here. Down in here, we put in the set of stairs and the doorway and this kind of window here. And then you can see it better from here. Okay. All right, so far, if we shut this up, we've got all of this, and we just kind of give it a spin here, and it's looking really cool. Loving it. I love castles. They're so cool. Even though this is not, it kind of looks like a sunroom up there, even though it's not. It's kind of funny how that looks like a sunroom, okay? And then we have all of this here. And then if you open it up, then you have all of this, okay? All right, so we are gonna move on to step 16. And once I get those couple of bags done, then I'll be back to show you what we made. Okay, guys, so bags number, is it 17 or, yes, no, 16, I'm sorry. Bags number 16 are done. What we did, well, first of all, we made these two soldiers. So you got this one here on the horse with the helmet, and then the little thing that you can, when you take him out, you can put that in to cover up the hole in the horse. And then this soldier here as well, okay, who's walking up the drawbridge. We also made it so that the drawbridge can be drawn up now. So we've got this little mechanism up here, and it will lock into place. Now you can lift this up and then it'll fall back down, but I don't want my minifigure to fall, so I'm trying to make it fall slower there, okay? We built this whole upper section, put the flags on, did all of this stuff here, okay? Let's see, what else did we do on here? I'm trying to remember. Let's see, we got that on there. And I think that's really about it. It's actually getting quite big now. As you can see, it's a pretty good sized castle, and this is with it closed, so when it's open, it's even bigger than this, but it's fantastic so far. I love it. Okay, so we are gonna go on to number 17. Once I get that done and get it all put together, then I will come back and show you guys what all we have made, and we'll go from there. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, guys, so the bags for number 17 are done, and basically we created this, which got this little table with the lights and then the cup, little barrels over here. And then on the outside, it has some torches with some slit windows, a little bit of ice dripping down there. Okay, so we're gonna move on to 18. And as soon as I get that done, I will come back and show you guys what we've built. Okay, you guys, so bag 18 did finish off that part that we were doing in the last part and then attached it onto the castle. So that is this here. You do have a soldier or a knight right there. And then also like one of the costume holders, like not costume, but the soldier armor holders. Okay, so that's what that is. And he's got his own sword and stuff on there too. Then you've got some weapons over here on the rack, and the rest of it just basically looks like a top of a castle. So it's got some snow around the edges and, you know, the jagged top on it. And it's kind of like a little balcony or whatever they called them. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to 19. And as soon as I get that done, I'll come back and show you guys what we've made. Okay, you guys, so this is after the 19th bags, or the bags for step 19. We have this nice little room. You got a chair, you got a nice little fireplace, and it does have a flame in there, if you can see that there. And you got this little mini figure here, which is standing in the room. And then right now we have this window here, and I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so we're going to move on to the 20th bags, and I'll be back as soon as those are done. Okay, you guys, so the 21 bags are done, and basically we finished off this little room and attached it onto the castle. So you can see the flag with the crest here, and then the same thing here. And then this is basically the inside. We got the stairs on. And other than that, it didn't change too much. The castle itself, though, is getting really big. So here it is. Now, this is not, you know, it's not open right now. This is with it just closed. So it's pretty cool looking. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to bag number 21, and I'll be back as soon as that is done. Okay, you guys, so for bag 21, we started this like bedroom here. You've got the nice little bed with the little lamp here next to it. Got the helmet on the dresser. Looks like the start of like windows or doorway. And then there's the doorway here, and there's a railing. So of course you wouldn't fall down there while you're getting up in the middle of the night. And so that is bags 21 here. So we're gonna move on to 22. And once I get that done, I'll come back and show you what we've got. Okay, guys, so the 22 bags are done, and we have basically just added on to this, so made it a little bit taller. We've also finished off this kind of window, which is really cool looking. I really like it. Okay, so now we're going to go on to bag 23, or step 23, and finish off those. That is the last step before we finish the whole castle off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back and show you guys the whole thing finished. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, so this is now completely finished. The last part of the build is attached. It actually is completely enclosed. I'll show you that here in just a minute. But this is the whole castle here. So now when you spin it around, you can see where we put this last piece up here up on top. But it is all enclosed, so you actually really can't see that bedroom in there. Maybe if you look through the windows, you might be able to see it a little bit. But yeah, so it's totally enclosed on that part, okay? And so now we have the whole castle. And then, of course, you can open it up, and then you have the whole inside there. So that is super cool, you guys. I love this castle. So, and of course, you do have the hook and the space to hold it closed, so that kind of snaps together when you close it. And pretty awesome. Loving this castle. Probably my favorite Lego I've ever built. So that's pretty cool. Okay. All right, you guys. So that is it for this video. I hope you liked it. Please like, subscribe, get notifications, and watch some of the other videos, because then I can keep bringing you more and more Legos or other building stuff too. Other than that, you guys can check out my eBay and see what Legos that I have up for sale currently. I do also sell some other things on there as well, but it's mainly Legos. But I hope you guys have a good day and enjoy your Lego building or whatever else you might be doing today. and we will see you on the next build. Bye.